my phone. Good evening, everyone. We're going to call the meeting to order. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our full crowd of Scout Troop 320. It's nice to see everyone. Just one quick announcement. We had a closed meeting pursuant to General Provisions Article 3-305B7 to consult with counsel to obtain some legal advice. So I had to make that announcement. Now we are on to our regular meeting. I'd like to have approval for the receipt of October 14th, 2025 minutes.
I'll make a motion we receive the October 14th, 2025 minutes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Also, receipt of the September 25, 2025 Treasurer's Report.
I'll make a motion we receive the September 2025 Treasurer's Report.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And also the October 2025 check register.
I make a motion we receive the October 2025 check register.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. All right, we'll move on to the mayor's report. So let's see, yard waste pickup is every Wednesday through December 17th. As we've talked about before, please do not use plastic bags. Water bills, the turn-offs are scheduled for November 19th. Leaf pickup is every Monday through December 1st. Do not bag them, only leaves on the curb will be picked up. If it's bad weather, please just be patient because they're going to be making changes to the schedule, and obviously you can always call town and find out what will be going on. The office will be closed tomorrow for Veterans Day and November 27th and 28th for the Thanksgiving holiday. Keep in mind the freezing temps are coming here, and I think tonight they start. I think it's going to be 12 degrees, they said before I got here. All town streets are snow emergency routes, so please, if snow plan is in effect, parking is prohibited. Reminder from the Public Works, please disconnect your garden hoses before winter, otherwise we don't want to have some pipes busting and some problems in your house. Just a reminder that all the basketball nets that are in the street or hanging into the street must be moved, when Hughes is collecting trash or during snow removal. The town will not be responsible for any damage caused by the basketball nets. So pretty much in general, they cannot be hanging over the street, not just when the trash comes or any other day, just in general. So please make sure that's taken care of. And also, if we do get any snow, please try to help out the firefighters, remove all the snow off, clear out around the hydrant. That would be great. We will be having our tree lighting Santa straw. Jen, I imagine, is going to say more about that. But that will be on November 28th, Black Friday, as always, here at town at 6 o'clock. Jen will elaborate on that, so it'll be great to see you all for that. And Halloween was a huge success. I think we counted close to 300 kids at our house. We even had a live horse. There was a little girl that was a cowgirl, and she rode a horse up into our yard for the first time ever for Halloween, which was quite interesting. That she won the best Halloween costume this year. Did you see her?
No, we just missed her.
That was funny. So that was that. And also special thanks to the police. They were out walking the streets in the neighborhoods, really doing a great job. So I really appreciate that as well. All right. Town Administrator and Public Works report, please.
Okay, good evening, Mayor and Council. So the Christmas Tree Park Seafield lighting, a pre-construction meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, and I will know more about a timeline when they're going to start. On the wastewater treatment plant upgrade, we recalibrated and rescaled the flow meter at the end of September. As you notice on the pump report, it shows up that we had higher than the previous month's flow, so part of that would be that. CDM Smith has these new numbers, and they are evaluating them to to see how they fall into their current calculations. MDE is aware of this, and we are still waiting for their evaluation. On the PFAS project, GMB, the design engineer, has provided a benefit study to locate the treatment at Manchester Valley rather than over at Footbridge. So there will be a meeting at the end of this week to further discuss that. The Manchester East Stormwater Facility, the county is negotiating with the property owner, and I believe they are very close to making a deal, and there is a site meeting scheduled this month. On the Main Street trees and sidewalks, there are 3 dead trees that are scheduled to be removed. The contractor has that on their schedule. I do not have a date at this time. A meeting is also scheduled for DNR in December to discuss the trees and the impacts they've had on the sidewalks. We've had numerous citizen complaints about the damage the trees have done to personal property, the sidewalks in front of the houses. So we're going to see what remedies they can come up with. And then we also have quotes to replace the sidewalks that have been raised up and damaged that could not be ground down. But based on what we can do with the trees, it's going to dictate what we can do with the sidewalks. Because we don't want to necessarily replace the sidewalks and have the same damage 2 or 3 years from now. So, on the crosswalk refurbishment, Andrew with State Highway, we received an email from him last week. They have 2 options after they met with their contractors. One is to dye what is there. The other option is to replace it with stamped asphalt, but that would require signing a new MOU, which would give all responsibility and maintenance to the town. I'm working on scheduling a meeting with Andrew to further discuss this and the options.
Matt, you said stamped asphalt.
Yes,
We currently have stamped concrete, correct?
I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah. And they're talking about the dyeing?
Somehow they can dye what is already there.
Really?
It'll look like Mount Airy, since they go onto the Mount Airy
Okay.
and look at theirs, that's what it would look like, because I was concerned after last year.
Yeah.
But he said that, isn't that correct? He said at the meeting that, we went to the county meeting last week,
Mhm.
and he said that it should look like Mount Airy's.
Okay.
So take a look at that.
Okay, on the West Side Park action plan, I do not have an update on that. The last update I have is it was still under review, and with the federal government closure, nobody at EPA could review it. So that was kind of in a holding pattern for now. The Hometown Heroes banners. The American Legion in Hampstead said they were unable to assist us with helping fund portions of that project. But I did apply for the Civil War Area Heritage Grant to assist us, and I won't have results of that grant until sometime next year. I also applied for the Keep Maryland Beautiful grant for recycling toters again. That grant is expected to be awarded sometime next February. We should have word on that. Tire Stream has renewed the lease. This time around it will be for 2 years and then 4 one-year renewal options, and the rent has increased this time around. You have the monthly code enforcement update in front of you, and we have no update on Equine Meadows. Leaf pickup today. The leaf vac had mechanical issues, but they did get it repaired around lunchtime. So they went out after lunch and hit some spots, but they will be back Wednesday to finish what they couldn't get. That is the town administrator's report. Is there any questions on that? Okay. Moving on to the public works report. Staff training was held October 21st It was presented by Chesapeake Insurers, and it was a winter safety course. So it covered driving in snow, walking in snow, cold weather. On the water, wastewater side, the PFAS mitigation project, there are 2 sites being considered, Footbridge and Manchester Valley. DPW has created a panel to review this and decide which site is the most advantageous to the town. As I said, the next meeting is scheduled for Friday, November 14th. We also plan to reapply for the grant forgiveness program because construction costs have gone up, and we want to make sure we are able to fully fund the project. And at this point, we are in the planning stages to treat 5 wells and potentially 3 at Manchester Valley. On the wastewater treatment plant, we don't really have a whole lot new to report. CDM Smith is still working through the state's comments on sizing. And we had a leak on the number 2 tank at the plant, and that has been completed, so that is back in service. On the parks maintenance and facilities, the asphalt rehabilitation project is 95% complete. The roads are very nice now that we're repaved. Just a reminder that the speed limit on York Street is still 25 miles an hour. There's a couple punch list items for them to clean up, mainly stop bars and the word stop at the intersections. The Christmas Tree Park bathrooms have been closed and winterized for the year, but there is a spotter pot there. The patching project is complete. We repaired 4 areas. Haley's Wish playground resurfacing is 100% complete, and it looks very nice. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I would highly recommend it. It's a very nice product, too. When you walk in, it's kind of soft and spongy. And we are still planning on doing a grand opening in the spring. But the playground is technically open now for anybody that would like to use it. Seafield lighting, I touched on that already. And the sidewalk repairs. We have one action item from DPW tonight, and that is the stormwater inlet and pipe replacements. Public Works is recommending that we go with White Pine Construction for the amount of $70,944, and our budget for this project is $80,000. So can we get a motion on that?
This is the one we tabled from last month. Do we got further information?
Correct, yes.
I make a motion, we accept the bid of $70,944 from White Pine Construction to refurbish 12 stormwater management inlets and 2 stormwater management pipes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, so that completes the DPW report. Are there any questions on that?
Matt, I did go on MDE's drought website today, and we are in a moderate drought, and I reviewed I looked over the well levels, and our wells are holding their own, so.
Yes, yeah, we've been in a moderate drought for months now, and our wells have held up really well on this end of the county.
Yeah.
I believe the hydrology report from the county, we've gotten a little bit more rain up here than what they have in some of the southern ends.
Right. I was a little concerned. I come across Pretty Boy Reservoir over the weekend, and that is low. That is real low. So, very good.
Thank you. I did miss one thing. Thank you, Councilwoman Miller, for pointing this out. I want to say congratulations to Billy Black and Ken Black, both 15 years of service within the town. So that's wonderful. All right, let's go on to the police report, which I'm going to read because Chief Hess isn't here tonight. There was no Part 1 crimes to report. They investigated and arrested 1 person for threat of arson on Main Street. The town has had 5 overdoses year-to-date, and the overdoses and fatal overdoses are on the rise again. Our largest issue in town is town residents and young drivers either driving entirely way too fast or not stopping at stop signs. The month of October, they issued 155 citations and warnings, and 5 persons getting criminally charged to include DUI. They've handled 5 crisis intervention cases and emergency petitions for psychiatric help and a few unfortunate suicides. We responded and or addressed over 240 calls for service, 20 outside of town to assist the sheriff's office. It was a busy month. The Halloween events in town were a success, and Halloween night was very nice. Crowds were booming, filling our neighborhoods in Crossroads, Halley, North Carroll Farms, Whispering Valley, and Manchester Valley. Absolutely no issues, and we handed out over hundreds of glow sticks. Phoenix had a long line in Halley as he handed out glow stick necklaces. It was a little windy, but a beautiful night. All else is all good, nothing else to report. Okay. Now we're going to proceed to the discussion of ordinance number 270, correcting the water unit rates for larger meters to match the billing. Just to clarify, there's no change on the billing at all. It's all the same. It just needs to be corrected in the writing on the paperwork, basically. Correct? Nothing's changing. It's just a correction, an error. So. Anybody have any questions? If not, could we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 270, correcting the water unit rates for larger meters to match the billing.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, great, thank you. Are there any questions or comments from the community at all? Did anybody sign up, Kelly, or? Okay. All right. Councilman Nazarod is not here, so Councilman Miller?
Just a few things. I'm involved in the meeting with GMB with the PFAS project on Friday. I met with Matt when we met with MDE and discussed the flow situation and so on and so forth. I stopped in and went over bills with Kelly a few weeks ago. I'd like to reiterate, Haley's Wish Playground is fantastic. That is an addition to this community and our park system, and my grandkids love it. It's nice and soft, and I just want to look into the future and see what we can do with our other playgrounds. See if we can, apply for grants to put in the same surface and so on and so forth. But it is fantastic. It is really nice.
Also, one more note on that. I was speaking to Haley's mom. Jen probably knows this too, but before Haley passed, she was at one of the other playgrounds in Carroll County. I don't even know if it was Carroll County, but it had these musical notes, and it played music, and she absolutely loved it. So her mom called and asked, would we be interested in having it put here?
Right.
And I talked to Matt, and Matt checked with the people that are doing and they'd have to take up a couple pieces, but it can be done. We have to find an area. It's $10,000, but they've already gotten all the proceeds from when Haley passed. She wants to do it
Gotcha.
here again.
Very nice. Very nice.
So that's super exciting.
And I
That's
look
gonna be-
forward to the grand opening in the spring.
That's going to be
So-
great. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right,
Councilwoman Miller?
just a couple things, touching base. I have an email in to the elementary school in regards to decorating the tree in front of the historical center. Once we get the date set and all that, we'll be able to coordinate better. They've always helped us in the past. The students have made decorations and gotten to do a little walking field trip and hang them up. Even during COVID, we had some ornaments we were able to hang up. Additionally, Black Friday open house, we're trying to bring it back as best as we can here in town. It is on Friday the 28th. It's going to begin here at Town Hall with the tree lighting out front. The big tree will be here at Town Hall. We're going to start that at 6 o'clock. From there, Santa will be here on a fire engine for that. From there, we're going to stroll down York Street to the church for the lighting of the Nativity. And then we're inviting people to stop into the Historical Center, I believe, will be open that evening, so you can tour and see some of the artifacts and things for the history for town. And across the parking lot and the street over to the fire department from 6:30 to 8:30, they're going to have a little open house with some activities and refreshments like hot chocolate and cookies and that kind of thing. There'll be photos with Santa there. They're also trying something different this year. It's a gingerbread house decorating contest, and from what I understand, there's a children's category and adult category. They're trying to get people to come out. It's free to enter. You just decorate your gingerbread house. There's requirements and different things that are available on the fire department website, Facebook, those kind of things. We also have the flyer on our outlets as best as we can. They're asking that you do pre-register for that. I know our family's already got like 8 or something registered. We're doing gingerbread party night, and we're all going to decorate gingerbread houses, and I'm sure mine will be a train wreck, but it's okay. But they're having all kinds of different activities and things, so we invite you, if you and your family are free that night, come out and do at least part of it, if not all of it. There's flyers out on the table for the open house. They're going to be on our website. They're going to be everywhere, so just, stop in, and they'll also have the ornaments on the tree for the giving trees. They're working on getting those set up, so if you're interested in supporting local families, you can do that there.
One other thing also, I stopped and saw a couple businesses. Matt and I walked around. I know I did make mention to a couple of them if they were going to be open, that we would try to let everybody know. I do know, I did mention at the Dutch Corner, I'm not sure, I think she said she wasn't sure yet. Studio 7, the new tattoo place. The neat thing about that is he also lives in town, so it's kind of nice that he's open to business here. He's going to have something set up out there, I think, just for, if people want to stop in and say hey and meet him or whatever. He'll have that. I think he said he's going to put like his 11-foot Christmas tree up just for the night or something. I don't know. They love Christmas, he said. So that'll be happening. And also on November 21st, he is going to have a ribbon cutting, like kind of grand opening thing if anybody would be interested in attending. If anybody's off and you want to come, it's going to be at noon, just to kind of bring some attention to a new business. And I would like to start, any other new businesses that open, I would like to also do the same for them, just to kind of bring, the whole idea of getting some more small business and bringing some attention to them. So, all right. Councilman, Michelli?
I have nothing to report.
Councilman Cuneo?
Nothing to report tonight.
Emma?
Hello, I'm back. I have a couple things to report at the school. Fall sports have been winding down, so we have a lot of state championships, all of that stuff coming up, or previously happened. The two biggest ones I have for you are Manchester Valley High School golf team and our field hockey team both won the state championships for our school. And our football team is moving to the second round of playoffs for the state finals. I think that's the main thing in sports. I know cheer competed. I'm not sure if they won any big awards, but I do know that our golf team and our field hockey team did amazing. Wednesday night is Academic Pathways Night at the school from 4:30 to 6:30. That's a night where students and families, especially if you have kids that are going into the high school, to see presentations on all of the different opportunities our school offers. So advanced placement programs, internships, dual enrollment, work-study programs, the Career and Tech Center. And there will also be representatives from local colleges, universities, businesses, and the departments within our school. And there's also going to be food trucks. So in case you just want to go for some food, there'll be some food trucks there. There'll be raffle baskets, I know that. And then the boosters are selling concessions. So if you just want a pretzel, you can go get that. Manchester Valley is currently hosting a canned food drive. So you can deliver canned foods to the school, or if you have a student that attends, you can have them bring it with them to school and place it underneath the Cinderella stairs. They currently have like the letters MVHS spelled out, and it's like a competition between all of the grades to see who can bring in like the most food. So they would like pasta, canned goods like jellies, veggies, fruits. They want pasta and rice, like the Knorr, like pasta sides, and soap, which is the one non-food item on there, like soap. So I'm assuming bar soap. And one more sports thing that I forgot. Manchester Valley High School cross country competed in the Maryland State Cross Country Championships, and there were 2 personal best finishes at our school. One of the girls on the cross country team placed 19th and won a medal, and a boy placed 29th. The cool thing about that is they're actually dating. So, and they went to the state championships together.
Little competition.
Yeah. The Manchester Valley High School class of 2027, which is my class, they're having a fundraiser at Biddy Beauty Bar, I think in Hampstead or Westminster. You can make an appointment for November 19th between 3:30 and 7:30, and mention Manchester Valley High School for 10% off or not 10% off, 10% of your sales will go to the school, go to our class. They do I know they do brows, they do lashes, spray tans, if you're into all of that stuff.
That's right here.
Oh,
Right
it
in
is?
Manchester. Mhm.
Oh, it's in Manchester. It is not in Hampstead and not in
Right
Westminster.
near, Pizza Garden.
Oh, it's the
Right
one
near
by
that
the,
strip, yes.
yeah, by the vet office. The senior directed one acts, our second weekend of shows are coming up this Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock. Students and seniors can get in for $8. Regular admission for that is $10. There's concessions, there's raffle baskets. It's just going to be a great time. The Career and Tech Center is having a pasta dinner on the 13th. So you can call 410-751-3669 to order your pasta. And I think those proceeds go to the Career and Tech Center students. Manchester Valley High School is hosting their Alumni Day on December 23rd from 8 o'clock to 11:30. And that's when a bunch of Manchester Valley High School graduates come into the school and they talk a little bit about their experience in the workforce and give just some inspiration to the students. So if you're a graduated Manchester Valley High School student, you can reach out to the school. I'm sure they would be happy to help set you up and get you on the right direction to support the students. There is a Lito's Pizza fundraiser on the 19th all day. So if you want to go over to Lito's and mention Manchester Valley High School, 20% of your purchase goes to all of the classes in the school. And you can do that either online or in person. The class of 2026 is hosting their bingo fundraiser. It's called Handbags and Holly. It's themed after Hallmark Christmas movies. Tickets are $25 for your basic regular package. And if you want a premium package, which includes the early bird games and all of the special rounds, that is $50. And the prices will go up at the door, so you can find links for that online on the school website. And I'm still currently working all of the kinks out to get something I can bring here to put out so everyone can get all of the links easier than just having to come up to me after the meeting. And finally, the Manchester Valley High School voice competition is coming up on the 21st, which is next Friday. Entry is $5. There will be concessions sold, and I'm actually participating in that. So I'm going to be singing. We'd love it if you showed out and celebrated our students. There's a lot going on at the school. So, yeah, I'm glad to share all of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. Can we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second. Go ahead.
Good night, everyone.
Right.